वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते 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 वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवते उत्तमश्लोके
भगवते उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिं भवतिर्नैष्टिकी।
भक्तिं भवति नैष्टिकी।
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
देवकी नंदनाय च
देवकी नंदनाय च
नंदगोपकुमाराय
नंदगोपकुमाराय
गोविंदाय नमो नमः।
गोविंदाय नमो नमः।
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 6, text number 11. So please repeat the sloka behind me. Avyakta-rasa-sindhūnāṁ
avyakta-rasa-sindhūnāṁ
bhūtānām nidhanasya ca
bhūtānām nidhanasya ca
udaram viditam puṁso
udaram viditam puṁso
hṛdayam manasaḥ padam.
hṛdayam manasaḥ padam.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Avyakta,
Avyakta,
the impersonal feature.
the impersonal feature.
Rasa-sindhūnāṁ,
Rasa-sindhūnāṁ,
of the seas and oceans of water.
of the seas and oceans of water.
Bhūtānām,
Bhūtānām,
of those
of those
who take birth in the material world.
who take birth in the material world.
Nidhanasya,
Nidhanasya,
of the annihilation.
of the annihilation.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also.
Udaram,
Udaram,
his belly.
his belly.
Viditam,
Viditam,
is known by the
is known by the
intelligent class of man.
intelligent class of men.
Puṁsaḥ,
Puṁsaḥ,
of the great personality.
of the great personality.
Hṛdayam,
hṛdayam,
the heart.
the heart.
manasaḥ,
manasaḥ,
of the subtle body.
of the subtle body.
Padam,
Padam,
the place.
the place.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanavaranda A.C. Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. The impersonal feature of the Lord
The impersonal feature of the Lord
is the abode of great oceans,
is the abode of great oceans,
and His belly is the
and his belly is the
resting place
resting place
for the materially annihilated living entities.
for the materially annihilated living entities.
His heart is the
His heart is the
abode of the
abode of the
subtle material bodies
subtle material bodies
of living beings.
of living beings.
Thus,
Thus,
it is known by the intelligent class of men.
it is known by the intelligent class of men.
In Bhagavad Gita 8 purport, in Bhagavad Gita 8.17 and 18, it is stated that according to human calculations, one day of Brahma is equal to 1000 ages of 4 millennium. That is 4 lakhs 43 lakhs years each. And The same period is calculated to be his night also. A Brahma lives for 100 such years and then die. A Brahma, who is generally a great devotee of the Lord, attains liberation after such a downfall. The universe, called the Brahmanda, or the round football-like domain controlled by the Brahma, is thus annihilated. And thus, the inhabitants of a particular planet or of the whole universe are also annihilated. Avyakta, mentioned here in this verse, means the night of Brahma, when partial annihilation takes place and the living entities of that particular Brahmanda up to the planets of Brahmaloka, along with the big oceans, etc., all repose in the belly of the Virat Purusha. At the end of the Brahma's night, the creation again takes place and the living entities reserved within the belly of the Lord are let loose to play their respective parts as if being awakened from a deep slumber. Since the living entities are never destroyed, the annihilation of the material world does not annihilate the existence of the living entities, but until liberation is attained, one has to accept one material body after another, again and again. The human life is meant for making a solution to this repeated change of bodies and thereby attaining a place in the spiritual sky, where everything is eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. In other words, the subtle form of the living entities takes place in the heart of the Supreme Being, and such forms takes tangible shape at the time of creation. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshululmunidamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashasha Deshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So, this is the continuation of discussion between Narada Muni and Brahmaji. So Narada is why I was asking about the creation and Brahmaji is giving the explanation about this material creation. And he was explaining the Virat Rupa of the Supreme Lord. And here, Lord Brahmaji is explaining that about the Lord's features like his belly and the impersonal feature of the Lord and belly of the Lord and heart of the Lord. These three parts there Brahmaji is explaining here. So the impersonal feature of the Lord is the abode of great oceans. So all the great oceans is the impersonal feature of the Lord. Impersonal feature means it is spreaded. His energy is spreaded all over. He is not, yesterday we discussed backside of the Lord. Yesterday we discussed about the backside of the Lord and the shadow of the Lord is called impersonal. So that is it is covered the entire universe. Impersonal means we cannot say there is no Lord has no form. He has the form, but the energy of the Lord is spreaded all over the Brahmanda. So that energy is called impersonal. So that is the impersonal feature of the Lord. So the devotees who understand the scriptures perfectly from the Guru Parampara system, so they can understand that this Lord is the personal feature as well as the impersonal feature, and also Lord is there in the Paramatma feature in the heart of each and every living entity. So Lord there in the three forms. One is personal feature. He is in Goloka Vrindavana and he is this personal form. And the impersonal form is all over the world, all over the universe, everywhere he is spreaded his energy. So he is there everywhere. So like in our body, how the consciousness is there in the each and every part, even in the head, top of the head and until the toes, we have the feelings. So at night, when we are sleeping, if somebody touches any part of the body, you immediately will get the feeling. That means our consciousness is spreaded all over our body. The similar way, the consciousness of the Supreme Lord is energy of the Supreme Lord. It is spreaded all over the Brahmanda. So he is aware of each and every part of this material in this material creation and as well as the spiritual world, each and every part, what is happening and everything he aware of that. How we aware of our bodies, we are limited to our body. So in our body, we are able to sense what is happening in the other part. Even though we are sleeping, somebody touching, somebody asking to wake up, something falling on us. So all the feelings we are able to hear. The similar consciousness, Lord is spreaded all over the universe. He is able to hear, feel everything from what is happening in this material world. And also here is mentioning, Brahmaji is mentioning about the belly of the Lord. It is belly means it is the Virat Rupa. Here we are continuing, talking about the Virat Rupa of the Lord. So Virat Rupa of the Lord, it is just an imaginary position. So we are posting all of this material creation, we are considering as a Virat Rupa of the Lord. We are considering that is the material feature of the Lord. So that is the not body of the Lord. We are considering this material world, entire creation is the body of the Lord, and one by one, we are discussing. So here is talking about the belly of the Lord. So belly of the Lord is the resting place for the materially annihilated living entities. So when the annihilation happening, so when every day of the Brahma, at the end of the day, at the night, the annihilation is happening. So once the night is over, the next day, again, all the living entities, and at what position they went into the sleep, yoga nidra, they will come back in the same body, same position. So this is repeating every day of Brahma. So one day of Brahma, here it is calculated, it is 43 lakhs of years. It is a one day of Brahma. And similar to, it is night also. So that many years, Brahma, one day is there. So Brahma's lifetime is, we cannot calculate with our tiny mind. And we cannot compare with our life. If you compare our life and the Brahma's life, our life is just like a bubble in the ocean or in the river. If you see, there is a bubble will come. When the water flow, the bubble will come. And how long the bubble will remain in the water? Very few seconds it will remain. And when the water is flowing, that immediately it will go off. Similar way, our life is like a bubbles only in this material world. So it will come and it will go off within no time. So, but the thing is, since we are all the spirit soul, there is no annihilation for our spiritual body. So the spiritual body, it is our soul always remain in this material. We remain in this material world. And again, when the creation happens, the next day Brahma wake up and he will create. After the nidra, he will wake up. That again, his nidra also, it will take 43 lakhs of years. Again, he will wake up and he will start the creation. So how he will start the creation? Where the previous creation is completed, from there, again he will start. So like that, how is like this? Brahma lives hundreds of years, 100 years. So here life is so long. But in the one Brahma life, we also took millions of birth. But Brahma is single Brahma only, but he is millions of birth, we will do. Since he is a devotee of the Lord, at the end of his life, he will get a liberation. So this is what Prabhupada is mentioning over here. And also, in the Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna is referring the same thing. So it is not just exaggerated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. We should not think that in exaggerated way, they specify this many years and all. So it is not the exaggerated way, because Lord is also confirming the same in Bhagavad Gita 8.17. If you see the 8.17 sloka, Sahasrayuga Paryantam Agharyat Brahmano Vidyu Ratrim Yuga Sahasrantam Te Aho Ratra Vido Janaham. So here, Krishna is saying, by human calculation, 1,000 ages taken together form the duration of Brahma's one day. Thousands of ages will take our human calculation, even for a Brahmas to form a Brahma duration of the Brahma's one day. And Such also is the duration of his night. The same amount of time is for therefore duration of, if you take the 24 hours a day, 12 hours is a daytime and 12 hours is a night time kind of. So equally it will be divided. So Brahma's day also like that. So that's, for us, we are saying that one day means is 12 hours only. It is very minute compared to Brahma's time. So Brahma is going to live 43 lakhs of years for that human calculation. That many years he will live for one day. That is the one day of Brahma. The same 43 lakhs of years for his night. So one day means it is 43 plus 43. It is 86 lakhs of years with the one day for Brahma. It's complete one day for Brahma. And in the 8.18, again the next sloka, Krishna again saying, avyakta-rasa-sindhūnāṁ sarvaha prabhavante agame ratre agame pralayante tatraiva avyakta-samjanahai. So here it's saying that at the beginning of Brahma's day, all living entities became manifest from the unmanifested state, and thereafter, when the night falls, and after merge into the unmanifest form. So the manifest and unmanifest. So here's when the beginning of the Brahma day, all the living entities, it is manifested. So manifest means it will come into the being, it will activate, it will be active. Because Brahma is doing the creation, all the living entities come into active mode. So the Brahma living entities like us or all the other living entities in the material world, they will again take it, get into the cycle of birth and death, birth and death, birth and death, and taking it to another form. They will be here in this material world. But even though there is only one Brahma day, in that we took millions of birth in this one Brahma's day. And what will happen at the end of the day of the Brahma, we will get into the unmanifest form. So that means the annihilation is started. So again, we will be in the yoga nidra mode. Then what will happen? The night falls. So Brahma's night will come. So Brahma's night will also, that's made big duration, 43 lakhs of years. Then again, what will happen? Then once the night is over, again the material creation will manifest. So this manifestation and unmanifestation, it is taking place. It is time immemorial. So it is it is a continuous process. For us, it is millions of, even though we are taking millions of birth, we cannot feel that, we cannot understand that until unless it is explained by the Supreme Lord, and the Srimad Bhagavatam also witnessing the same thing. So these are the things we cannot experience. Yes, this is beyond our imagination, beyond our control as well. So we should understand that how the greatness of the Lord. From this, we can understand how great the Lord is. Because how intelligent way he has created this material world, and how greatly he was managing all those things. Because we should not think that, okay, Lord become, so many years are there, Lord become old. Because materially, people will think in that way. Because I'm getting old, Lord also getting old. That is the way they will think. But Lord never getting old at all. Lord always that's why we are calling the Lord as Nanda Kishora. Kishora means, Kishora is the one of the four, actually our ages. When 1 to 5 years of age, we can call that time is called there is a different name. 6 to 10 is a different name. 11 to 15 is a different name. Then after 15 is a different name. So 1 to 15 is the Kumara stage. And 6 to 10 is the Yavana stage. And 11 to 15 is the Kishora stage. So the stage in the stage, we will call it Kumara stage, Yavana stage. Kumara, Baugonda, then Kishora. Then after that, after 15, it is Yavana. Yavana means youthful stage. So we are calling the Lord as Nanda Kishora. So it is said that in the scriptures, Acharyas are saying, Lord is there in the supreme abode. His age never crossed 15. At the age of 15, he was still there in the 15 age. That's why we are calling him as a Kishora, Nanda Kishora. His name became Kishora because his age not crossed 15. Why it is his age is not crossed? We are thinking that our age crossed 15. How come Lord is there from, even though we are comparing this the material birth of the Lord, and when the material world Lord appears 5,000 years back, how can we say that not more than 15 years? Because Lord is not controlled by the time. We are all controlled by the time. Lord is the controller of the time. So the time won't affect the Lord, but we are getting affected by the time. That's the reason we are getting into the getting aging and old age. We are getting into the we are also going through this Kumara, Bhauganda, this Kishora, Yavana, but very limited. Quickly we will go 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Then we are in the Yavana stage, and then Jara, the old age will get Jara, and we will die. So for the human body, all the other living entities, the stages are quickly will come, it will go off. But Lord is he never he is always he was in the Kishora stage only. So he was always ever 15. He's always not even 16 also. Lord is 15, less than 15 only, less than 16 only. Lord's age. That's why he's called as Kishora. So that is the way we should understand. So the how powerful the Lord is. And here, Prabhupada is mentioning that. So, what is the purpose of life? Here it is, Prabhupada is mentioning that. So, until the liberation is attained, one has to accept one material body after another again and again. So, until we getting the liberation, we have to take the body, material body again and again, again and again, again and again. Since we are in the forgetful mood, we are not able to remember our previous pains, previous problems, nothing. We are not able to remember anything on how we lived in the previous birth. We are seeing currently whatever we are living, only this one. Even though this birth itself, we are so many forgetfulness. We are unable to, we are not always remembering from birth and birth onwards till now what we are doing. We are not remembering that. So forgetfulness is Lord, one of the gift provided by the Lord. We forget everything. That's the reason we are able to follow, or we are able to adapt the new thing. Otherwise, we will be on the old stage only. Our mindset will be in the old stage only. So that is one of the thing. That's the reason our aim of life should be come out of this birth and death. So because we are taking so many bodies, we are getting into the 8, at least we crossed 80 crores. We can say, because a total 84 crores of living, 84 lakhs of living entities. In that, 80 lakhs are all the other species. Only 4 lakhs are human species. Even though if we are entering the human species newly, at least we crossed 80 lakhs of species till now. So 80 lakhs, it is how many births we took. At least 80 lakhs of birth we might have taken in the different species, and we enjoyed this material world in a different way. So it will take millions of birth to reach the particular stage also. That's what the acharyas are saying, that it will take millions of birth to come into the matured stage to understand the Supreme Lord. So if you, even though our surrounding people, you can see they are, many of the people who are not the devotees, they are enjoying their life. By seeing them, we are seeing that. So why we are only going to the temple, we are only waking up early, we are only chanting the holy name, we are only fasting, all those things, why we are doing. But these people, they are not doing, we are doing, and we are feeling pains also. But these people, they are enjoying their life. They are daily, whatever they want, they are eating, they are sleeping they are sleeping as and when they want. They are going for the cinema, they are going for the mall, they are enjoying their life. But we are not enjoying their life. We are refrained from going to the cinema, going to the malls. We don't want to go and get into that sense gratification mode. We are refrained from that. So sometimes people may think in that way, but that time we need to remember that whatever they are living, that is, they are living in the Maya. So because of that Maya, they will be put into the same situation. Again, they need to come back to this material world again and again, again and again. They will be in the enjoying mode only. They cannot come out from that. So what we are the matured level. We came to the certain level to come into the matured level. That is the reason, by the mercy of the Acharyas and the Supreme Lord, we got the connected with the Guru Parambara. We are able to see, we are able to hear about, hey, this is not your life. You took so many births, you already took so many births. So without these scriptures, we cannot understand we took already so many births. So from the scriptures, we can understand that we took so many births before, and all the births we enjoyed all the things. But this birth already, at least Lord provided us a human form of life, and also provided this, the connected with the devotees, connected with the pure source, connected with the acharyas. We are able to hear and read the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam. So this is the very fortunate, very rare of the rarest, we can say, rare of the rarest in this material world. Yes, 850 crores of people there in this material world, 850 crores. So in that, how many are understanding the Lord, how many are following the scriptures, how many are trying to get the liberation? So it is said that in Sanatana Dharma, it is said that to chanting the holy name of the Lord is the only way to get out of this material world in Kali Yuga. How many are we are trying to, one easy way? It is, there are so many ways are there to go to get into the Supreme Lord. But very easy way, it is smooth way is chanting the holy name of the Lord. All the other ways are very difficult. People may start that with the enthusiasm, but one point of time they will give up and they will fall down again in the other way of reaching the Supreme Lord. Whatever the way you are reaching the material, in the different ways you are capturing and come to the path of the spirituality, finally they have to come to the path of bhakti. So then only it will take you to the, so everybody, all the other, so the other sambardayas, they will say that, other people they will say that, with upper sambardaya people, they will say that all the paths are taking towards the same God. No, it is not like that. So Prabhupada always used to say, if you are getting in the train now, Delhi train, it will take you to Delhi only. If you get into the train for Calcutta, it will take you to the Calcutta. So how can you say that all the paths are taking you to the same Supreme Lord? No, or not all the paths are, maybe it is indirectly connected, but not directly it is taking you to the Supreme Lord. So all the connections, it should connect with the Bhakti Yoga. Then from Bhakti only we can reach the Supreme Lord. So that is the reason we are all very fortunate to have this kind of knowledge, to understand, okay, this is not our first birth. We took already millions of birth we took. We enjoyed millions of birth. So this very birth, already we started with this birth is the enjoyment only. But now, fortunately, we came to know about the Supreme Lord and our reason for this birth and death. So how to come out of this, that also we know. We got the solution also. Everything provided in front of us. So now we have to follow and go out of this material world. So here, this today's sloka, Brahmaji, he was explaining about, he talked about the belly of the Lord and the heart of the Lord and the impersonal feature of the Lord. So all these are Virat Rupa. He was explaining about the Virat Rupa of the Lord. So the creation and annihilation is happening again and again. So we should not again to get, even though after understanding this scriptures, understanding the path to go out of this material world, knowingly, if we are not taking any steps, nobody is there than us in this material world, like the most unfortunate. So we should not be a most unfortunate people. We should be a fortunate enough. How we got this Guru Parambara, how we got these scriptures, how we got this chanting the holy name of the Lord, and go out of this material world in this very birth only. It is possible. That's what Prabhupada is saying. It is possible if you just follow 4 regulative principles, chant the holy name of the Lord, eat Krishna Prasadam only, then it is definite that you can go back to Godhead in this very birth. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. Nandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki